You are now listening to the Prince Bailey Arena broadcast show.
Yes, people, welcome to the Prince Bailey Arena. What's going on? This is one of your hosts, Kishan Prince, and we've got other host Ryan Bailey on the call. What's going on, Ryan? Let's go, let's go.
How's it going? How's it going? Ready to go, ready to go. Stepped into the arena, ready to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know it is. So we're gonna go straight into it, man. In terms of the good news, we saw the young kid from AFC Wimbledon who you saw, and you
hmm
know exactly what happened with him behind the scenes. And
Yep,
what a talent at 15 to make his debut, man, at that
yeah.
age. What did you see, for you to
So,
say that? Yeah.
um, I don't know. You can Google him. He's the youngest player to play for Wimbledon. Just Clark. I'll tell you a little bit about him. So, when I started at Wimbledon, we used to go. We would have to watch certain levels of club. I mean, certain levels of the under 13s, under 14s against these academies. So I've actually got a scout report of
Mm,
Wimbledon versus Tottenham under 13s, I believe it was. Under 13s or under 14s.
mm,
And this kid who I ID'd, like, got an ID the standout player, and it was Justin Clark. So
mm.
Justin Clark, he was a year younger than everybody, I believe. But he looked the same age as everybody, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Physical stature, both footed,
See.
predominantly left footed. Yeah, both footed, predominantly left footed. They played Spurs. They beat him off the park. Um, in academy games, some academy play in quarters, so
Yeah.
they play 420.
Yeah.
Yeah, 420 minutes.
Hmm.
So every player can play a different position or try a different tactic out. Justin, from his first touch, I knew this kid was special.
Mm,
Um, he played left wing back for the first quarter, tore it up. I think he got about four crosses in, one assist. Played left wing back. He's both footed, so he can do it both. Same kind of output. I think three crosses in one quarter, and they put him left wing. Terrorized the fullback. Terrorized the fullback for the quarter. Yeah. Scored a goal. Got his crosses in. He was just taking the mick.
mm.
Then he played left wing back. I mean left wing. Same kind of thing. Boom. As soon as I saw him, I got onto few agents and I told them, look out for this kid. He is bad. Uh,
Mm.
Another time I saw him play against a showcase academy. This was on a separate occasion. And he only came on for the last quarter, but they put him on as a striker. The game automatically came on, just changed the game. And then they was playing him up a few years from certain. Every game that he played, he produced.
Mm.
He produced. And the
Mm.
one thing that stood out about him for me was his IQ
Like,
and his confidence. Um, when you're around the club, you know their philosophy. He embedded Wimbledon's philosophy down to the core.
wow.
That I will not look to make your first team debut in a physical league like League One at 15 years old.
Come on.
That's what he's gonna have. He's gonna probably have about 200 games by the time he's 20. If he doesn't move to a bigger club within the next couple of seasons, I'll be surprised. But you guys, if you can ever look at some footage of Justin Clark, please have a look.
And you know what? That's testimony to um this is something that Bayern Munich, we was talking about this the other day. Bayern Munich, German clubs, some Spanish teams, they love boys who's got that tech at playing first team football at that age. They love it. I remember like Dale, as you know, for Tranmere Rovers, he got a similar move from Tranmere to Bayern Munich in the time when they
Oh, talk about
yeah,
Dale Jennings.
Dale Jennings,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when they had Robin, Ribery, all
Mm-hmm.
the bad boy wingers. Hummels, or was it not Hummels? I can't remember. I can't remember.
They have Coleman
Schweinsteiger.
there.
Yeah, Schweinsteiger, Alarm, all them man there. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, at that time when they was at the peak.
Pete Muller. big
Mm.
boy team.
Mm.
Yeah, Jordi Alba was there, all that, and he was looked at as like, yeah, they loved him down there. And
Mm.
so for me, you were either Justin will probably either get a move over there. But the thing is, they can only grab him when he's 18. So it'll be a
Mm.
decision where on his development, where who's got around him, whether they say, you know what, we should go to a team where we can develop the next 2 years. Because I tell players, when you get to 18, you got to now re-transform. You got to refigure yourself. Now it's the next
Mhm.
stage you got to get into. Um, Now playing with men, things gonna start changing. And tactical
Mm.
awareness, understanding of the game's got to increase your efficiency on the ball. Because if he's efficient now, that's a good sign that he can end up going down the same path as someone like Drew Bellingham. Because Drew Bellingham, when I spoke to a few scouts that saw him from when he was young, before he even at grassroots level, even though he was, physically very good,
Mm.
they saw that he had the IQ already. And even at Birmingham, having a debut at the age he did, you can
Mhm.
tell that he was head and shoulders above the academy lot. He was just clear. Like his IQ and his awareness of the game was mad at that age. And
Mm.
his parents, hats off to them. They said, you know what, he could easily have gone to Liverpool, who was after him at the time, or probably stayed in Birmingham, still playing there now. But they recognized, oh no, I need him to get that that refinement in his ability. You understand?
Mm. Mm.
Refinement, that time.
Mm.
Because you see, places like Dortmund, they have the ethos. We don't buy superstars, we make them. You understand?
Mhm. Mhm.
And we know the list. They made Haaland, they made, and when I mean made people, obviously Haaland and that had the ability already, but they refined them. There's a difference between
Mhm.
getting refined, and there's some players that we've seen, they just need to have gone to a pro-ish, a proper elite setup and get polished, proper polished.
Mhm.
Like Jadon Sancho was great at City, but he went over there and got polished. Should he have left?
Polished.
You know what I mean? Got
Like,
polished. You seen how he was when he was at Man City. You saw it how he was.
yeah, yeah. Look, you so bad. I wanted him at the club I support. You
For
know.
real. For real. For real. Now it's oh boy, let's move on. So we know what's going on now. Now it's just a case of it's a mental thing now, man. It's a mental thing for him. And again, uh, this is another thing for players. You guys got to take care of your mental. That's huge because you got to understand pressure at playing at the highest level right now is crazy. You are no longer going to deal with the media you see on the newspaper. You're dealing with these
Mhm.
guys on podcasts. You're dealing with these guys on
Mhm.
Twitter. You're dealing with these guys on Instagram, with YouTube. That's going to be cussing you out, and they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And this is why
Mhm.
I know a lot of pros that they just have their name on their account. They don't run it. They just have the social media manager, and they just have their own
Mhm.
little private account. And most of them, like
Mhm.
Martin Odegaard said it. I've written my book. He don't have social media because he says most of it is just negative. If anybody is going to
Mhm.
criticize him and he's going to listen, it's going to be the gaffer. You understand? That's
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
And too many players are listening to podcasts and all that, and they're mentally weak, and then going on to their own podcast, whatever, and then they're cussing out other former players. Like
Mhm.
this is why I tell you guys that football's mental, sports is mental. But right now, I don't know if academies are doing it right now when they're preparing pro players. And this is something about Gilbert Arena. He said players are getting made pro when they become pro, when they should be prepared beforehand.
You know, Gilbert Arenas is a basketball player.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, like, listen, you guys got to understand it's golf, foosball, for Christ's sake,
Hmm.
bowling,
Hmm.
darts, rap. There's all a mental component to this thing here.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sorry to cut.
No,
Sorry.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, there's all a mental component to this thing here.
Mhm.
Um, not every golf player was like had a great swing. Not every football player had a great technique. Not every basketball player had great handles
Yep.
or had great shooting ability.
Mhm.
Um, but they all had to work on this thing here, their craft. They all had to work on it.
Yep.
And for them to get to the top level, they had to take a lot of setbacks and they had to train their mind to get over those setbacks.
Yep. Yeah. And this is the mental resilience which we had in our third episode, which is coming out tomorrow. We speak highly on this resilience. Champions are not born; they are made. One of the ingredients of a champion is resilience, going through
Mm,
adversity. And I'm gonna say it again: if you ain't watched Last Dance,
mm,
then I can't. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know.
mm,
If you ain't watched Last Dance, or if you have not read Tim Grover's book about Relentless, he's the one that trained
mm,
Michael Jordan. Um, I reached out to him a few years ago. I'm gonna try to reach out to him again.
mm,
I wanted to get him on when I was doing my thing before, and he was willing, but his schedule was so busy. I want to try and reach out to him again because you see him, you know, Michael Jordan could fly, but he taught Michael how to use his wing because
mm.
Michael Jordan came to him with a broken
Well, we never.
body.
So it didn't really. It's funny how they met up, but yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you mean.
you know what I'm
Funny how
saying?
they met up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like he literally, yeah, as you know, sent out letters, and then Michael's the one that came back and said, "Listen,
Hmm.
you got one shot," and that turned out to be years he's worked out to these many
Hmm.
players. And so, what do you say right now in terms of the current centre midfield um, situation in England? Do you feel that we as a nation can
Hmm.
create or develop centre midfielders, attacking midfielders, defensive midfielders efficiently as other nations, or do you think we're still lagging?
Mm, I think we're behind. I think we're behind, and I would say this because um, I don't know if the model is still the same,
Hmm.
but in Holland, a player has to play every position.
Mm.
I don't even know about goal, but I know a player has to play every position. Um, and I say the centre midfielder situation is a bit lax because you're telling me, not you personally, but a player will tell me, I'll say, all right, can you play in the centre midfield, please? I need you to play as a four, receive the ball. No, 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 I'm a cam. No, I'm a cam. Oh no, I'm a CDM. Oh, no one's come that I'm a centre midfielder, box to box.
For
Um,
real.
when you put them in a situation in that centre midfield, you're not scanning,
Yep.
you're not communicating, you don't know your pass before you receive it.
Mm.
Uh, I've never seen a player. Well, I'm not going to say never. That's a stretch. But I'll say I hardly see a player receive the ball in the middle, bounce it back to the centre midfielder, and go into a position where he can get it turned and then play forward.
Mm. Mm. So true.
Like as a manager, I don't mind you playing it from the back, and yep, I don't mind, but I want to see you right. Yep, hit space, turn forward, go forward.
Yep.
Um, I just don't think, again, like I said, the small details of the centre midfielder is being taught. I remember I watched years ago when Fulham went into the Europa League
Yeah.
final.
Yeah.
I was always a fan of Danny Murphy, but when I saw Danny Murphy run that midfield,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my days,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
wow. And this is an unfashionable player.
Unfashionable.
Everything that he done was so simple but yet so effective.
Yep.
And he never misses penalty. On that day, he missed the penalty. He missed the
Yeah.
penalty.
Miss a penny. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only penalty he missed in his career, I believe. But yeah, that was a class act player.
Yep.
So I just suggest, like, you guys need to look at the non-fashionable midfielders, the Glenn Whelans,
Scott Parker.
Danny Murphy, the Ray Parlers,
Hmm.
the Scott Parkers,
Yep.
David Batties, the Paul, those guys.
Mm. Huh.
Not just the Ozils or the De
Ah.
Bruynes, or
Hey.
do you know
Yo.
what I mean?
Hey. Yeah.
So these players are great. These players are great, but you have to, like, you have to appreciate the players that do the dirty work, because that's what we're looking for as well. Can you do the dirty work?
Yep. And exactly what you said. You know what? Same thing. I was listening to a NBA podcast talk, and they were saying every player that comes into the league, or sorry, not comes into the league, all these NBA trainers, most of them are training the kids to be all dominant players. meaning they have to be on the ball to be effective. And
Mm.
obviously, I'm training my son. He's 8. He's at
Yeah.
Brent Panthers, and I literally he's not the ball dominant guy. So I've had to work on him. Is
Mm.
lifting up on the wide back cuts, doing
So,
hands off.
so he's not a point guard. The son's not a point guard.
No, you play shooting guard opposite another player, and so but because of his movement, because of his height, he will start off the move and then he will play off to the point guard, and I'll say to him, okay, I want you to wait for the screen, then move, blah blah blah.
Mm.
Show your movement, you're effective with your movement. You can create space, and even if you create
Mm.
space with your movement, because
Mm.
why? Because there's positions in basketball, and we're training now in football. There's positions in football right now where teams need a battler, and if you look in football
Yeah.
right now,
Mm.
this is what they complained about the Premier League era, saying, "Well, right now this era is more technical than the Premier League era." Listen, no, a Barclays Premier League era. The Barclays Premier League era had players that can flip both points, meaning
Mm.
they can go tech with you, and if they wanted to get dirty with you, they could get dirty with you.
Mm.
And players like, for example, like we mentioned, Danny Murphy, Scott Parker, those guys, um, they have a position in most clubs today. But because right
Mm.
now you've got a lot of players, a lot of guys online talking about, as you said before, the De Bruyne, etc. We're just only looking at the glamour. Those ones have got the nice flicks, etc.
Mm.
And now some of you may not have that in God may haven't got given you that tenacity to play that way. Maybe you've got to be the
Mm.
battler. Maybe you've got to be the Gilberto Silva. You understand? Gilberto was tech, but at the same time he can battle. Vieira was
Mm.
tech, but he can battle. Or
Mm.
you just got to be like an El Nene. El Nene is not he's not known
He,
for his
got,
tech. Mm,
he tracks, he
mm,
runs, and he
yeah,
battles,
and he
and
battles.
gets the ball and plays it simple.
Simple. Simple. There's positions in football right now where I can tell you right now. You see, this is a true story. I remember I went to Basingstoke when I was 17. So I went in January just after when my dad created the team. I went on trial with them. Um, they just recruited another kid from Southampton. Mark Hughes was the manager. Another Mark Hughes. Um, I played when they played as a 10, and he loved me. He's like, yeah, man, brilliant. Get you registered to play next season. So I was training with them, but I couldn't register obviously in time.
Mm-hmm.
Then preseason comes. So preseason, I'm there. I remember chilling in my house. Manager messaging me. Now I'll go on social media and I see Mark Hughes is being sacked. I said, ah. I said, what? I said,
Mm.
what on the man? I called him up. I said, yo, Mark, I just saw online that you got sacked or whatever, or you left. He said, yeah, I've got an opportunity to go. I'm like, what? I'm thinking, like, my position in the team was a bit 50-50. He liked me
Mm.
in a
Mm.
certain
Mm.
way. This is what I'm telling players that you gotta know how to switch up based on who's there. Yeah, you can't be one of these players to be like, nah, man, I play like this way, bro. So this what happened. I,
Yeah.
exactly. So this manager Mark goes to me, don't worry, Jason Bristow, um, he's gonna be the manager. Um, I told him about you. You can go down in preseason. So I said, all right, cool. Went down preseason, and I was like, yeah. Told him, and he's like, yeah, but you're a trialist. I'm like, I'm a trialist. He's like, yeah, you're a trialist. I said, all right, cool. Then
Mm. Took it on
we,
the chin. Took it on the chin.
huh?
Took it on the chin. Took
Yeah,
it on the chin.
took it on the chin. I said, okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm like, all right, cool. So then we played. It was a 2-day trial, basically. Preseason was for the whole week. Was 2 day for the trialing.
Mm.
And all I did was I looked around the team and I saw what we had and I saw that we didn't have. This is me 17. Nobody taught me this. I sat
Mm.
and I looked around and I remember they had one kid, one Asian kid. He was rapid, like quick, and he was very good on the wing, very direct. Yeah. And I saw him and I saw that how the manager was favoring towards him. Then I said, you know
Mm.
what? I don't think on the wing is going to be for me. I can't go in as a winger. You know what I did? I said, you know
Mm.
what? I want to go in as a centre mid. I'll tell you right now, when I went home at 1 o'clock till like 9 p.m. I had my dinner, brought upstairs. I was watching videos of Patrick Vieira. I was literally like downloading like the Matrix. You know, when Neo sat down there and he downloaded how to do jiu-jitsu with fighting. This is what I did. I literally sat down there. I watched. So all Patrick Vieira's individual highlights on YouTube, I was watching it, watching it.
Mm,
The next day, bro, I said to the manager, I'm playing centre mid. And when I mean I bossed the centre mid, I was shouting, I was
mm,
battling, like I just literally photocopied Vieira's playing style. I was leading the midfield. I was tired, but I was battling, and that's the manager said. And even the parents were like, "Yo, get him, get him." And the manager said, "Yeah, Prince, you're in." And I played centre mid. It wasn't my natural
mm,
position, but I saw that they needed a battler in their team that can fight and I can, win the second ball. And I played that position. And obviously, I made my way out wide slowly, but I saw an entry to get myself in the team. If that makes sense. And so, some of you,
mm,
you need to know how to adapt like that. And I feel like Saliba said he was a striker, but then he adjusted to be a centre back. How much players you know
mm.
won't do that today?
No, 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 no. I can't play that position because I'm playing here, or I'm playing here.
I'm
Like, all right, you
I'm
got to look at
calm.
how disrespectful it is. Yeah, all right. I've heard this. There was a try. There was a academy that had a trial game against one of these showcase academies,
Mm.
and the coach was going to start this kid, and he said, "You do me your job at left wing back, please." And the kid said, "Nah, I don't play there. I play left wing or so and so."
She,
Did you know that boy didn't get on the pitch that day?
hi, hi.
Didn't get on the pitch that day. I went to the manager. So why didn't the guy get on the pitch? He said, "Oh, he's telling me where he wants to play."
Hmm.
I've got a game plan, right? And yeah, I thought that he was best suited there, but it never worked out. And I think the kid who played in his position got the trial.
See, see. There's a saying that we have in Jamaica. Humble calf got the most milk. You understand? You need to learn to humble yourself, people. I'm telling you now, most of you young guys, you don't know your potential unless you've been put in a situation. And
Mm-hmm.
even when the situation arises, you gotta watch the former players talk about Colo Toure when he went to Arsenal on trial,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
how he obviously he was a right back. Uh, he went in as a right back, but Wenger saw that he was best suited as a centre back. He was meant to be a right back, and he played right back as a cover for Lauren at time. But he when we went to the Invincible season, Colo Toure was he was our standout centre half, and him and Sol
Mm-hmm.
Campbell was exceptional with Lauren,
Mm-hmm.
Campbell, Ashley Cole, like beast.
Mm-hmm.
And Colo Toure was clamping everybody in training.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, even Wenger,
Mm-hmm.
got lifted up Bergkamp, lifted up Henri.
Where you clattered Omri, that's the first tackle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then no. The first one was Bergkamp, or was it something like that?
But
Someone, yeah.
yeah.
And then when he clamped Henri, that's when everyone's like, "What? We need
Oh
our
yeah.
main man." And then and then Wenger's like, "Colo, no attacking." He's like, "Okay, well, sorry." And then the dead ball was there, went right through Wenger. Wenger rolling on the floor. Wenger had to go inside get first aid. And then Ray Parlour went inside there to see him and said, "Man, I don't think he meant it, boss. I think he said, no. It's okay. I like him. I like his fashion. We're
Yeah, we're
signing him.
starting tomorrow.
We're signing him tomorrow." Look at that.
I like I like his desire.
Aye. Aye. And if you don't know who Colo Toure is, people, he's made his appearance for Arsenal. He made his appearance for Manchester
Mm-hmm.
City. He played for Celtic,
Liverpool,
Liverpool.
Liverpool
Like he's a
assistant
peer.
manager,
Yeah, he's a
Leicester.
Leicester. He's a PL legend. He's a centre half legend in
Mm-hmm.
the Premier League. No one can't say nothing that he's not in a conversation of top 10 because he played in a
And
tough
when did he
era.
come? Ivory Coast on trial
On trial,
directly.
bro. His story was crazy, man. He literally saw the situation and said, "You know what?
Mm-hmm.
um, I can't come here and play and like, let me play this way. And he got ahead of Martin
Mm,
Keown. He saw the situation. Let me play this way,
mm,
and
mm,
and it worked out for his good. Like that whole passion he showed. Like he didn't come in nice. Like I see these guys going on trial before we wrap up, and I see them come in hot and candy. You understand? They
mm,
come in there with the ski mask or whatever, the snoot around the neck,
mm,
clean boots,
mm,
tracksuit, their hair
mm,
fresh. Now, some of you need to go to trial with your hair uncut. Yeah, come with
mm,
the, you understand? Come and just a normal thing, and just go in there and say, you know, I'm just gonna make my work rate speak for itself. Number one, and my desire, and everything else will follow. Communication as well, talking, shouting, calling for the ball, work rate, busting the gut. Yeah, listening to the, not coming there a little pretty because again, that ain't gonna get you into the squad.
mm.
So,
Not at all. Not.
so
Um.
yeah, go ahead.
So speak. No, go on. Sorry, Chris.
No, no, go on, go on.
No. So like, as we're on the subject of trials or that kind of area, um, every December, every December, academies have releases.
Mm,
They have releases. Yeah. We're talking all academies across the country. Now, if you are 15, 16, and not in the academy right now, good luck to sorry, good luck to the ones that have got trials. It's going to be tough for you, but good luck. Just know that there will be boys from top academies
mm-hmm,
going into these clubs. Yeah, the Arsenal release, Chelsea releases, top boys, Man United. There's a lot of movement around this time. Clubs are trying to get a bargain or get a freebie. Yeah, so I would suggest you guys do. Yes, if you get a trial, that's great. If you don't give up, but start looking for men's teams now. Start looking for semi-pro men's teams now. And you know what? I'm just gonna say Google is your friend on this one. I'm gonna say Google. Yeah, any club, local club, use Google. Christian told me a story about how he wanted to play well, look at trials. What he done? He went on Football Manager and looked at all the local teams. He wrote down a list of the local teams. And that's how he got his break or one of his breaks. So, guys, you have to be proactive. Like, I'll be honest, when people ask me questions about who's got trials and I'm going to use the same method that you are. Twitter, Instagram. I won't be looking at baddies. I won't be looking at the latest trainers. I'll be looking at who's got trials. Um, Google, like I've said, Facebook, all these avenues. If you're a baller, you've got to know who your audience is. Managers, scouts, teams. You got to make your social media reflect that. Um, so at the moment, as a result of the release getting released, I've, I'm putting two in at Burnley next week. One was released from Palace, one's released from United. I don't have to argue that hard with Burnley to bring those boys in. With the grassroots boys, I have to argue, and it's probably going to fall on deaf ears. So, guys, it's no disrespect if you're 15, 16 playing grassroots. I would start planning now for next season. Hello?
yeah, so that people listen to what Ryan is saying. Most of these academies are not. I repeat, they are not. I repeat, they are not. I repeat, they are not having any compassion right now
hmm
at the grassroots level because they just,
hmm
as you said before, the first video, the level is too low. I know this offended some of you. You guys took it to heart, and I saw a lot of you go in my DMs saying, "Yo, man, you can't be talking like this." Listen, it is what it is. End of the day, the messages are out there. Now, all you can do at the age of 16 to 18 is be trying to go into semi-professional football. Simple. And guess what? If you can go at 16, 17 playing with men's football, you are going to most likely be destined to then take that step up where you can say, you know what, I can go into the pro game now because guess what? Now you're going to get the development you needed.
Mm-hmm.
It's double. You're going to get an XP. It's like this: the XP that you get at academy level anyway is going to be, let's say, 6 XP per game, 2 XP per training session. Oh, sorry, 3
Mm-hmm.
XP per training session. More academy level is more about the training session than it is the game because the games right now is just too. For me, I just switch off. I get bored. When it comes to
Mm-hmm.
semi-professional, you're going to get more XPs in the game than you're going to get in training session. Because training session right now, semi-professional, is very. It's just basically the standard run shape if you're lucky, and match at the end, you're going to go home. There's not going to be a lot of technical work. So this is where you've got to then say, all right, let me get a one-to-one coach that's going to get my tech
Mm-hmm.
up in this side to facilitate the development of my technical ability. And
Mm-hmm.
the great thing about playing at doing semi-professional football, you don't have to be reserved to one team. So I will find a very good men's team for a Saturday team, for example, and I will
Mm-hmm.
find a Sunday league team that I will find as well, and I will find a midweek team that I can play for, like
Mm-hmm.
Market Road on a
Ball,
Wednesday.
British, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever it is, you should be playing for 3 teams a week. 3 teams.
And wait, let's not forget a gym membership. Or I
Hmm.
would suggest you guys follow Bully Juice on YouTube.
Oh yes.
He has 10-minute, 5-minute workouts, all ranges,
Hmm.
10-minute cardio, back exercises, everything, non weights, dumbbell free,
Hmm.
Bully Juice, YouTube. That's who you need to be following for your workouts if you can't afford the gym membership.
There's no excuses, guys. I even pull it on my store. The exactly non-league program I did when I was working. Before people got to understand, before I went overseas to Spain on my pro contract, I was working as a PE teacher. That's 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. We were doing after school club. My timetable shifted from 11:30 to 4:30. I was still waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning, going to the gym,
Mm,
doing my park run. I said I wanted it that bad. I said I can't let sleep get in my way. So when I'm hearing people saying,
mm,
overload, training, and all that bull, listen, for me, when you got mouth to feed and you're hungry about something, bro, you forget
mm,
to eat. It's that simple. I know it sounds crazy and maybe going to get some of you guys upset and be like, no, man, don't listen to it. It's crazy. Listen, when you need something or you want something, bro, you don't make no excuses. You just get up and do it.
right.
So, guys, you
Yeah,
got to take it on the chin. What we're telling you today.
and also it's like, all right, some people suffer with insomnia or can't sleep well.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go to exhausted.
Mm,
I sleep better.
mm,
So if I know as a young player, for example, I've woke up at 5 a.m. I've done my workout, my 10-minute workout. I've done meditation. I've given my or whatever you do for your routine or spoke positively to yourself. Cool. I've gone to school. I'm back. Work. Done my homework. Done my full work. Gone to training. Studied some footage or studied some players. Ate my food. Done another workout or a 10-minute workout before bed, and I'm watching a movie, chilling. I'm gonna hit the like the sack and sleep like a baby because I'm exhausted.
mm.
If you want to be a pro, you have to have a boring life. Unfortunately,
Yep.
unfortunately, it's got to be training, eating, doing my ability around the house, making my parents like knock my back.
Yep.
Um, yeah, just follow that program. If you can get a routine, get a routine, you get a hit of dopamine, feel good factor when you tick off your tasks that you do during the day.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Guys, we can go on. And I'm telling you now, next episode and episode 5, we will look to see if we can get a special guest. And I'm telling you, they will
Mm-hmm.
sing the same song sheet we've been saying. So until next time, guys, thank you for tuning in to episode 4. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Get the information out because, listen, this is not for the 100, this is for the one. If it means one of you
Mm-hmm.
can take this and go on board and then you ended up making it and even taking it to life, then that's myself and Ryan's job done. You understand? So until next time, people. Let's not.